Welcome everybody to my Holiday Christmas Decorating Tour 2025. Also, I want to take this chance to thank everybody for the past year who has supported my channel, who has liked, subscribed, and been there with me through all of it. I never thought my little humble channel would ever get to 650 subscribers. So I just want to let everybody know how much I appreciate you all. And from my household to yours, Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful holiday season. Stay healthy and happy. Hi everybody, welcome to my living room Christmas tour. This year we redid our whole living room pretty much. I was not happy with our couches. They were getting a little bit older. We had a couch, a love seat, and a chair, and they were all on the big side. And I didn't like the way we had them all lined up around the outside of the room. It just didn't feel cohesive. So my husband and I started shopping on Marketplace, and we kind of redid our whole living room. So we found this couch. It was practically new, and it's nice and long. Then we found the two chairs over here. They are bucket chairs, and they actually go very well with the chair that we already had, which was my mother-in-law's that she left to us. Then we also picked up a coffee table and an end table in oak. I know a lot of people aren't crazy about oak, but we have a lot of that in our house, and it matches our fireplace and my china cabinets. As well, we found this sofa table. So all of that was from Facebook Marketplace. We didn't spend $300 even on those, so we were happy with that. As well, I picked up one of those washable rugs from Amazon, which kind of defined the space, and I feel much better about it. Things are not lined up on the wall, and they look a little homier. So with that said, on with my tour. I did decorate the back of the couch on the sofa table. Just a few little things there. Those are sewing machine boxes. I just popped some stuff inside it. This one I showed in another video. It was a Mr. Crispy box that I got at an auction, and I used it to showcase this nativity scene with another little nativity scene on top of it. The cushion covers I had last year, they're all from Amazon. I changed them out just for Christmas. On this little end table, there's not a lot here because I use this end table. I have a candle on my weigh scales and the remotes for some of my lights. a little snowman down there, some birch sticks with some pine cones. Then in my 2 china cabinets, I put away quite a bit of things out of here. I kept anything that was white or cream with cinnamon and brown accents because that's the color of my living room this year. And I took the black lights and changed them out for white ones just for Christmas. I did not want the uranium glass to glow. I'll put them back on after Christmas. So I'll open this cabinet and you'll be able to see in here the touches I added for Christmas. An ornament, that little glass tree. Some of these little trees here. Down here I have a book, a couple of little flock deer and a flock snowman, and these little wooden teddy bears. I just love those. I thrifted those recently. This little tin is vintage. It had these light covers. Another tree back there. I did keep out quite a bit of my copper. I felt it goes with the color scheme. Under that cloche is another nativity scene. Another Christmas book. More little trees and another teddy bear. This is a squirrel ornament. Some vintage glass ornaments there. And more copper. Down below, I just kept some vintage items. Put out some more trees and some more ornaments. There's a large ornament under that cloche. And that's what I did in this cabinet. And above that, I just have some milk glass with a few things in it, including this little vintage tree. One of my pictures that I made for Christmas, the diamond painting pictures. Around the room, I put some spools of ribbon, including this fuzzy one. Then for my mantle, this year I went with a Northern Pole theme. I wanted it to be a snowy theme. I put my Santa and his sleigh and these reindeer up here. They are porcelain. My husband bought me these more than 15 years ago, so I handle them with care. So I put them up here with a whole bunch of imitation snowballs and trees. I'll give you the full effect here. Some of them are lit up and others are just ornaments. That tree back there is a vintage one made from the safety pins. This tree here I made this year. I crafted it out of doilies. Lots and lots of doilies. And I just put them in this spool with some velvet ribbon. This snowman I made last year. It's got lights in the top of them. And this glass tree I just made this year. I had made one last year. I wanted to make another one that looked more crystal. So I collected some more bowls and I made that. This tree is very heavy. It's marble. I can't even hardly lift it with one hand. And some more snowballs I just piled up here to look like a snowdrift. And that's my mantle. And I'll give you another overall view of the mantle. Down below by my fireplace, I put a couple of these angels. They fit in with the color scheme, and a tree, a glitter tree. And the same thing on this side, another angel. And this tree is just a little bit different. Then on this cabinet, this year I found this glass tree topper, a little snowman. He's just sitting in a milk glass bottle. These old sleigh bells I got from an antique store out at my sister-in-law's place in Kincardine. A glass rocking horse. And another diamond painting, a snowy scene. I'll open this cabinet. A few knickknacks here, another tree topper, standing in this flower frog, some trees and a flock deer. And down here, I made this jewelry tree last year, so I put it out again. I have a Christmas book, more trees, ornaments, copper. Down here, an antique postcard for Christmas, another book, some more milk glass down here. That's a Putz house, and a vintage tree, feather tree. Another ornament under that cloche. It's a glass ornament. These little flocked mice. I think they're a Joseph original. Down here, more ornaments. This little nut is carved into a nativity scene. I found that last year. Another one of those wooden bears, and another big ornament. So I did keep some of my vintage and antique items in here, but only if it matched my color scheme. Then up here on this shelf, I just have another rocking horse and a couple of stars. Here, I have a bucket with more pine cones and a lantern. This is a copper tub. And then this case here, I house my extra blankets in there. So I just put a white sheet over top. And this Santa, I've had for almost 20 years. That little reindeer. Some blankets, more cushions. Those curtains, I don't know if you can see them. I had those down in my craft room, and when we redid the bathroom down there, we didn't need them down there anymore. And I just love them. I find them so delicate looking and ornate. So I decided to put them up here to finish off the look. And plus, at nighttime when I sit here, I don't like with the lights on that people can see in the window, so I can draw those curtains. Then on this stand, I have this old wooden deer. I thrifted that. A bowl full of ornaments. An acorn. These were thrifted as well. Some bells. More acorn, more pine cones in there. This candle holder, I just put another ornament in it. And my puppy jumps up on this chair all the time, so this cushion never looks the way it should. Right now, he's snoozing. And then onto our tree. My husband gave me this train about 3 years ago. It is battery operated. And my tree, I did not change ornaments on it. It used to be fuller. I used to have a lot more ornaments, but this year we had an accident in our storage room, which is in our furnace room, and we had a leak. And when we went to dig out our ornaments this year and our Christmas decorations, a lot of stuff had molded and was wet. So I had to throw out quite a few ornaments, but the tree still looks fairly full. I'm happy with it. Most of the ones that I really like are saved. We're not damaged. And what I did different with this tree this year, I have these rope garlands that are pearl and gold beads. I've had these for many years. There's 6 of them, and usually I go around the tree horizontally with them. But this year I decided to go vertically with them. And I like it. What I did was I just fastened an elastic to one end and put it over the top of the tree and let them drape down. And I like the effect. A little bit different. Lots of dangling icicle type decorations on this tree. And then on the top, we have this cinnamon colored angel, which I thrifted last year. And she goes very well with the decorations. And lastly, this cupboard. Under this cloche, I have a vintage Santa mug, quite old. All the paint is gone if it had paint on it. Those are my 2 lucite cinnamon colored candles. I thrifted this picture last year. I just love it with the birds. Some of my vintage items, and in this bowl, which is a Fenton basket, I just have a few older things and some cinnamon sticks. And that is my living room. What I will do is insert at the end of the video here a nighttime picture so you can get the full effect of the lights in the room. And I forgot to show this little shelf above the last table. This is a folded book that I made this year. I crafted it, and Decoup has some pictures on it. And now I will show you a nighttime view of my living room. So that wraps up my outdoors and living room 2025 home tour. Once again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for watching. And to everyone, have a safe, happy, and healthy Christmas season. Merry Christmas, everybody.